Have you ever wondered how to create a great online profile for yourself? How much better you could prosper if you had one? Dr. Marc Kossmann and Charlie Seymour Jr. sat down to discuss that topic. Here is one of the 10 questions and answers they had.
Well, Dr. Marc, here we are with some questions, and we trust some answers, so that everybody that's
our job.
That is our job. So that everyone that has been watching what we've been doing on Create Your Own Legend Now webinar, we promise to answer some more questions so that you get a real good sense of what we're doing and how we're able to do some things. So we have questions that have been sent to us already that we submitted to you in your handout, in your guide along in the webinar. So let's go down these and answer these questions, okay? If I have lots of information about myself on the internet, how do I protect myself from some crazy blogger who wants to smear the reputation that I've spent years building?
Well, see, this is one of the reasons that we believe it is so important to dominate your search results. What you're really trying to do is preempt the ability of anyone to say something and have it really stick. Think about it this way. If there's nothing about you online, and someone decides to post something that's damaging in some way, they were disgruntled, who knows,
yeah,
whatever. They just got in a tiff and they decided to write on their blog, and they have a very active blog, and paint you in a negative light. And that's the only thing there, so of course people may simply take it at face value. Whereas if you have spent the time following our system, Create Your Own Legend Now, you've got all this active content, you're there showing who you really are. You're not doing anything other than being present so that people can see that. Now imagine this, I search on Google and there are 3 pages, let's say, that is all of your information. I can see you on video, I can listen to your expertise, I can really hear your expertise in a podcast that you did, I can read your blog, and then here's this one blogger's negative critique or negative statement. Well, I may still take that at face value, but look at it like a scale. There's this one piece of information here, and then I'm actually seeing you. I can make up my own opinion. I'm not just swayed by someone's opinion. I have evidence. I can see. And yes, it's information that you put out there, so I might take it with a grain of salt, but you can't really hide who you are. That's the whole point. The beauty of all these different kind of media, video, audio, is I can hear who you really are. I mean, if you were a poser, a pretender, if you were trying to make it all hype, how long could you really carry that up? Could you really build 10 pages deep of hype? Well, you could, but it would be so obvious that it's shallow, two-dimensional stuff. So our work is all about creating a three-dimensional deep portrayal of who you are, and that's going to protect you, because the other stuff, they're going to look like the raving lunatic. You're going to look like the sane person who's calmly showing your expertise.
Well, and in some ways, this question is really backwards. You said at one time that if you had a white painting and all of a sudden you had a thumb smudge on it, that thumb smudge is really going to show up. So in some ways, if you don't have a lot of information about yourself online,
you're much more vulnerable.
Much more vulnerable for this to surface. If you have a lot about you that we've been working on to get built onto the internet, somebody goes and blogs about you, it may get onto page 10, but it won't get onto page 1.
Yeah.
But if you've got nothing there, or just aggregated information or material that you don't control, it's not coming from your website or videos that you have put out or podcasts you've put out, it's much easier for somebody to slip something in there. So as opposed to worrying about having so much about yourself in this professional way we've been talking about, you want to have even more, and it prevents what you're afraid of this blogger saying something.
Absolutely.
And having it surface.